One kick, 12 yards, just a striker, a ball, and a goalkeeper. He has scored this exact kick 10,000 times in training. The goal is 8 yards wide, and the keeper can barely move in time. On paper, he should score almost every single time he steps up, and yet, when it matters most, the best players in the world miss. So why does the easiest kick in football become the very hardest? A penalty flies from the spot into the goal in under half a second. That is simply too fast for a keeper to see it and react. So the keeper has to guess, usually before the ball is even struck. Aim for a top corner, and almost no keeper alive can reach it. Taken calmly, a penalty is scored around 5 times out of 6. The taker holds nearly every advantage in the whole situation. But a shootout is not really a test of football skill at all. It is a test of what pressure does to a skill you already own. Scientists have a name for the failure that follows: choking under pressure. Kicking a ball is a skill so practiced, it normally runs on autopilot. You never think about your knee, your hips, or your planted foot. Under pressure, though, your mind suddenly starts watching every tiny step. You begin steering a movement that was built to run all by itself. Psychologists have a blunt name for this jam: paralysis by analysis. Conscious control clogs the smooth, automatic motion you train for years. The more it matters, the harder you watch, and the worse you move. The skill never vanishes. Your own thinking just gets in its way. The very effort to control the kick is exactly what breaks it. Try a quick experiment. Whatever you do, do not think of a white bear. You just pictured one because forbidding a thought quietly summons it. The taker tells himself one thing: just do not miss to the left. And his brain quietly begins hunting for exactly that mistake. This backfire has a name: the ironic process of the mind. The part meant to avoid the error keeps checking for the error. Under stress, that ironic little monitor grows stronger, not weaker. So the harder he tries not to miss, the more he steers toward it. A researcher named Geir Jordet studied real shootouts, kick by kick. He found the players who rush their kick tend to miss far more. Some barely pause after the whistle, desperate to escape the moment. Others turn their back on the keeper, avoiding the fear altogether. These small escapes feel safer, but they quietly wreck the kick. Jordet also found the biggest stars choke the most of anyone. The more a player is expected to score, the heavier the weight becomes. Award-winning superstars actually missed more often than their quieter, lesser-known teammates. And the stakes themselves quietly bend the odds before a foot is swung. Kicks that win the game go in far more than kicks to avoid losing. Fear of losing shrinks the goal in a way hope of winning never does. It is why a few nations seem almost cursed from the penalty spot. The keeper, meanwhile, has almost nothing at all to lose. Beaten, everyone expected it, but if he saves, he is a hero. So he dies with total freedom while the taker carries all the dread. Clever keepers stall, stare, and play little games with the taker's head, which reveals the real opponent standing on that penalty spot. It was never truly the keeper. It was the player's own mind. The kick did not get harder, only its meaning grew heavier. The players who cope best simply slow right down and breathe. They look at the exact spot they want, not the disaster they fear. They let the trained body do what thinking only ever ruins. And this is not only about football or penalties at all. Pressure chokes hardest on the very skills we have practiced the most.